Good evening, everyone. If you could please remain standing. All right. And would ask that you remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Fargo Public Schools Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Colonel Stephen Muse and Chief Master Sergeant James Gibson. The color team is commanded by Cadet Jordan Mills, accompanied by Cadet Christian Egrubutu and Cadet Xander Husso and Cadet Emily Guayon. Please remain standing and hold your applause until the color guard has left the court. Thank you. You may be seated. My name is David Berkman, principal here at Dakota High School, and it is indeed a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you celebrating all these fine young people, our Dakota class of 2024. One of our themes in our senior luncheon today was to talk about gratitude, and no matter where you're at in life, what's happening, you show a little extra gratitude, and it will take something bad to something better than bad, something good, more good, and a night like tonight, something that's excellent, it truly makes it the highest form of excellence. So a form of gratitude for me is, could I have parents, if you just raise your hands and wave at us, and we would just say, thanks for sharing your student with us, and yay, we are at graduation night. Woo! We all know that we have a support crew that helps us through life, and parents and siblings, you're such an important part of this journey. Next up, if I could have Fargo Public School staff, not Dakota staff, if you just do a quick stand-up. So I work in a Fargo Public, and I'm here to support tonight one of these fine graduates. If you'd stand up and be recognized, please. Thank you. And then we have some special guests from the district office leadership level. We have Assistant Superintendent Missy Eidsness with us tonight, and School Board Member Seth Holden. If we could please give them a round of applause. And then recognizing our Dakota staff, I'm actually going to read off the names, and I think I'll have each person stand up as I read their name. And for those of you who haven't done alternative ed before, what's really magical and unique, and students get it because your appreciation for these teachers and staff is duly noted. It's about a teacher, it's about a student and a content area, and it's a conversation about how can we make this work for you, how can we bring it to life, how can we share in this together. And the beautiful part is there's less chaos, less noise out there, so you can really have a great conversation with student, teacher, content area life, and they really get to know each other really, really well. So, Dakota staff, Anna Knutson, we'll hold our applause just so you can see faces of Anna Knutson, and she's heading to North next year, so, and you can stay standing, Anna. Heading to North next year, so we wish her the best helping that North team out. Julie McCroskey, and if you want to, yeah, okay, stand and sit down, that's fine. And then Megan Quittschreiber, and then we have Brianne Bloomquist, Social Studies, Jenny Root, Counselor, and Sarah Bernstrom, SWIFT, Family Facilitator, Ann Wilson, Family Room, Marilee Brewer in Dakota Works, Isla Haig in the main office, Elizabeth Hazeldine, Social Studies, Amy Stoa, Positive Behavior Tech, Coach McGee down in the weight room in PE, Josh Schreier, Business and Career Advisor, Chelsea Hagman Kozel, Math, David Schultz, Science, Loretta Wellington, English, and Stacy Warzeka, English. So if we could give it up for this Dakota team. And we like to say we love students and love helping students succeed. So congratulations to a great Dakota team. Let's see, any other thanks here? Yes, Jennifer Free, where are you at? Waving over here. The Adult Learning Center, the GED program, we do all kinds of stuff together with them, and Jennifer is their program administrator, so thanking her for being here tonight and sharing in the journey with us. And then our custodial team, not in the room, actually one of them is in the room, but thanking them for all the setup, takedown support with this, very much appreciated. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get on to the main course of speaking tonight. Ann Wilson, Family Room. If you don't know about our Family Room, parent stays in the room and works in that room while their student does schoolwork and helps take care of the baby. Teachers will come down. Student might go up to get some help. So Ann Wilson, Family Room. Dean Wilson, Ann Wilson, Dean Wilson. And we've had a couple of Woodrow Wilson High School Wilson graduates. So this is kind of a family affair for the Wilsons. Dean is a longtime Fargo Public Schools administrator, assistant principal at Carl Ben Eielson for many years, father of two Woodrow Wilson High School graduates before we became Dakota, and the spouse to Ann Wilson in the Family Room. So we got a lot of Wilson connections. If you would please help me giving Dean Wilson a very warm welcome to the podium.
Well, I just want to say, first of all, I'm honored to be here. My wife tonight told me, she actually dressed me. She says, aren't you going to wear a suit and tie? I said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey. I was in this gym for 20 years. And I see everybody fanning. You don't have to fan and say, good, you're glad to see me here. I knew it'd get hot. So I cut my speech down to about an hour, because I thought an hour and a half might be too long. But I am honored, and I'm so glad to be here. I talk about moms and dads and grandparents and guardians and foster parents. It takes everybody to get these students into where they are. Everybody. But I like to tell a couple stories because I'm a good storyteller. And my first story I'm going to tell you is my story. I started in 1982. Mr. Berkman, I think you were in sixth grade? What were you? He was eighth grade. 82. I tell people I showed videos with Walter Cronkite. Anybody know Walter Cronkite? Yeah, someday man will go to the moon and invent microwaves for cooking. I don't believe it. See, in your lifetime, you're going to see some crazy stuff. I was telling my daughters, you're just going to see some crazy stuff where you can put sunglasses on and they're weather glasses. So it doesn't matter if it's fog out, storm out, you can see clearly. And I pray and hope all the time that when you get to be my age, you go, remember when people used to get cancer? No more. You'll get to see that. Here's my story. In 82, I was a substitute teacher. I interviewed 5 times and never got a job. On the 5th time, they must have gave up on me, and they finally hired me. 5 times. 5. And the 4th time, and my wife encouraged me, you got to go for that 5th time. I go, 5th time's the charm, right? I got hired. So my first year I was a substitute teacher. This year, I got a call that they couldn't find substitute teachers. So I said, you know what? I'll help out. I've been a retired administrator. I can help out. So I said, I'm just going to do high school because elementary is like minnows in a bucket. Middle school are untrained puppy dogs, and high school kids are more chilled. So I did 4 high schools. But when I first started out, I get in the class, and they look at me, and they go, oh, you're just a sub. And I look at them, I go, well, I guess they're right. Then I go to another school, and they go, you're a sub? I go, yeah, I'm a sub. Then I get a little angry. I'd go, you a sub? I go, you a student? Good, we're in the right spot. So then I finally had enough of it, and I said this. Are you just a sub? I go, drop the just. I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest sub of all time. I am the GOAT. I printed cards off. I'll make sure you 2 get some. I'm the GOAT. But what I learned with time is that I was the greatest observer of all time. It's changed. I've learned more this year than 40 years in education because it's changed. And then before I teach the lesson, I'd always have to do a nugget. And students wanted the nugget. Hey, GOAT, what's the nugget today? I'll give you a nugget. I told the students this. Find an elderly person and ask them one good word of advice. One good word of advice. And the good word of advice, and I said, ask somebody. So I'm the GOAT. I go to Hornbacher's. They got a little deli there. There's an older gentleman there, Vietnam hat, so I know he had to be 10 years older than me, probably. And I asked him, I said, if you had to give somebody some word of advice to the youth of the day, what advice would you give them? And he says to me, be nice. Be nice. It's free. It's cheap. It doesn't cost you nothing. So I told that was a challenge to my students. I said, do one good thing a day. That was another challenge. I did the math. I said, I was at South at the time. 1,000 students. 1,000 times 5, 5,000 times 4, 20,000 times 9 months, 180,000 a year of great things. And we had kids coming up to me saying great things. Hey, GOAT, the other day an older lady had a flat tire in 94. We pulled over and helped her change her tire. I've never pulled over, and I'm a petite thing. But you know what I mean? I don't pull over. Another girl tells me, Mr. Wilson, we made macaroni and cheese for my brother and sister because my mother had to work a double shift and we're a single family. It's just macaroni and cheese. I go, who doesn't love macaroni and cheese? Everybody loves it. But they kept coming in and coming in and coming in. I loved it. Smile. The students today are amazing. People say I hate when, and hate's a bad word, but they go, students today, I disagree. I grew up when you go, why are we doing this? Because I told you so. That's not a good answer. They want to know. You people want to know. So that's my story, and I've loved every bit of it. But now I'm going to go to your story. See, your story, I don't know your story. I don't know your story. And I read a book called Reviving Ophelia. It's about raising daughters. I have 4 lovely daughters. 4 lovely daughters. If you want to meet them, they can come over for supper every night at 6 o'clock, if you want to meet them with my grandkids. But everybody's got their own story. I had 2 of my daughters go to school here for totally different reasons. Because when your children go to school here, you get a little defensive and you protect your building. Both were for different reasons. And they both were very successful and loved it here. I remember one time I asked Mr. Berkman this question, how many chances do you give them? And Mr. Berkman said to me, you listen to it, but you give them one more chance. Because even working hard, you'll have failure sometimes, even if you work hard, and that's part of life. See, every family will go through windstorms. Sometimes one windstorm, sometimes several windstorms. Level 1, a little breeze. Level 5, a big hurricane. And you get through it. You get through it. There's people out there that are going to try to stop you. There's people out there going to try to stop you. They're going to try to stop you from having success. And there's people there that are going to reach out to help you, and you need to grab it. Because there's more of those people that want you to be successful. I used to tell my students this, be a good animal. You don't go in the woods and see a rabbit smoking a cig and having a beer and smoking dope. I've never seen a rabbit do that. You got to be a good animal. You got to take care of yourself. The most important person to take care of yourself is you. Because when you're physically strong, you're mentally strong. Take care of yourself. Like I said, I am honored, so honored to be here. I'm left-handed. I got to make sure I keep looking over here. I'm left-handed, but directing it to you. I had a student the other day say this to me. Mr. Wilson, I'm scared. I'm scared. I go, it's a good scared. Everybody's scared when you move on. But I've been in this building a long time, and I could tell you many students that approached me and said, I want to do this or I want to do that, and they did it. I don't know if you ever heard of Kid Johnny Lang. Out that door, he handed me a CD. He goes, I'm going to be a professional blues singer, Mr. Wilson. I go, let me hear it and go. I worked here one day, and there was a person, I go, you want to hear my rap? I'm an old guy. There was maybe a little too many adjectives in that rap song, but it was good. It was good. Staying up with the times, bro. If my grandson calls me bro one more time, but you got to stay with it. You got to stay sizzle with the whistle, bro. You got to stay with it. You got to stay with it. You chose to come to Dakota. You people are not quitters. I get teary-eyed. You worked hard, whatever your story was. And I've been along for a long time, and I hear crazy stories. You're homeless. You have to work full time, so you can't do any activities. Everybody's journey was different, but you pushed it through. I had one daughter, I got to talk about her, that she just didn't want the bigness. She wanted the small. She wanted to work at her own pace. She loved it. I'm going, you're done math already? Well, you still got to follow the standards. You just don't get thrown through. You got to work for it. You got to work for it. But I see a lot of flagging. I've spoken a lot of things where you see a lot of this. I go, that's my cue. That's my cue. But I don't know. Anybody watch America's Got Talent? I love that show. That's okay. I love that show. Well, Tuesday, there was a gentleman there, Robert Goodall. He was a custodian for 23 years in a school. And when he's cleaning, he'd sing, and the students would go to him, "You're an amazing singer. You should be on America's Got Talent." So he was on it Tuesday, and I listened, because I always like to see something way out of the ordinary that you never see. You never see. And he sings a song, and Simon, he goes, "What's the song about?" He said, "I think it's self-explanatory." His song was by Journey, "Don't Stop Believing." You can do it. You can do anything you want to do. I'd go back home and people go, "You did what, Wilson? You were an administrator?" Yeah. It was the best gig around. Don't ever stop believing. Do your best, do better than best, and push it through, because you wouldn't be sitting here if you didn't have a lot of hard work. And we're all proud of you immensely. So congratulations, 2024 Dakota.
And I think we say thank you, Coach Wilson, right? All right. All right, it is that time for that famous walk across the stage to get that diploma. So I'm going to ask first row if you guys would stand up and get lined up, and I will get prepared to read your names. And Mr. Keel will be handing a diploma to you and getting a handshake from Missy and Seth as well. And while they're lining up, we have one retiree, Sherry Grover, in the library, has been here for many years. She is retiring, was unable to be here tonight. Anna's heading to North, and then Mr. Keel, who's going to be handing diplomas, has a new assignment for next year, won't be at Dakota, is going to be doing some summer school, some interim administrator work, and some other adventures yet to be determined. So if we could give one round of applause to our Anna, Sherry, and Keel. All right, and as we start the awarding of the diplomas, it's almost strikingly unique that we're the one school that has open mic. Students have the option to say a brief message to family and to audience. Some will decide to pass, but this is a long-standing tradition going back decades from Woodrow Wilson High School into Dakota High School. So as you're applauding the graduate and then you hear them talking, expect some open mic tonight. So with this, I have the great pleasure of starting to introduce graduating class of 2024. Nasra Abdi. Hannah May Abrahamson. Rogue Alfaro.
Thank you, Mom, and thank you to all the teachers that I had. Y'all were amazing.
Thank you to all the teachers that have supported me, and especially my family back there.
1 second. Morgan Page Ambuel. One more.
Thank you to all the Dakota High staff. I had much fun. Sorry for being here for like 3 years and bugging you.
1 second. Lucille Gabriella Regina Archigo. Autumn Rain Bercier.
I would like to thank my best friend, Lorraine, for getting me through high school to get done early at 16, and my mom as well, and to the staff.
Chase Allen Christensen, Jr. Lydia Phyllis Dorheim.
I just want to say thank you to my family members and all the teachers who have helped me get this far. I love you guys.
Dawson Ray Gittelstad.
I just want to say we were all born with the greatest gift, family. Thank you all.
Hi, I'd like to remind everyone that life is a journey, it's not a destination, and embrace the moments that bring you joy and learn from the ones that don't. So dream big, work hard, and never forget you are capable of more than you know.
Mari Geneva Graber. Tice Edward Green.
Thank you to both of my families and my lovely fiance's family, to both coming.
I want to thank my family, my friends, but especially the staff. I wore these 2 necklaces. They mean highs and lows. One of them is an arrow pointing up and one is an arrow pointing down. And it reminds me of everyone, but especially the staff who were always there for me and everyone else through all our highs and lows. So, thank you.
Brett Evan Goland. Madison Marie Hayes.
Not doing it again. First of all, I just want to say I love you to my mom. Single parent, 8 kids. She did that. And for the ones that weren't here to see it, we did it.
So many people helped me get here, and I'm thankful to everybody.
Sawyer Elijah Haug. Tarek David Hubbard.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that helped me believe in myself and worked with me to get me to be here and supporting me, working to get this, and worked hard for it. So thank you, everyone.
Brendan Nicholas Cook.
First of all, just want to say thank you to everybody that came out here. Personally want to thank my family. You know, you guys showed a lot of support even though we had, I had a lot of rough patches. Want to thank the staff for being there for me, giving me a second chance. I also want to, thank God for being there by my side. And it was just it was a rough road, but we made it here. We got it. Class of 2024, let's go.
Diamond Dakota Lee Glanzer. John Darren Michael Livedall. Rachel McKay Lopez.
I just want to say thank you to my family and the teachers. That's it.
Peyton Riley Mackner. Jenna Nicole Martyrdom.
Here's hoping I don't cry while while saying all this. But first of all, family, thank you for all of the rides and paying for extracurriculars and literally being there since day one. Thank you for that. Gotta thank my boyfriend, Zach. He literally brought me to school every day, even though I did not want to. Thank you anyway, love you. God, Zach's family, thank you so much for all the study dates and just letting me chill at home. And gotta thank my other family who are not here. Friends, thank you. Kelsey, love you. Ah! And I am going to thank myself because I never thought I would be here. Oh, sorry. We did it, y'all. I did it, y'all.
I just want to say a quick shout out to my dad and my whole family. It's been a long journey. It's been twists and turns, but it's been great. You guys are amazing. And thank you, teachers, too, for giving me not 2 chances, but a lot more. But hey, every chance counts. And I would also like to give the biggest shout out to my dad. He always tells me, put God in your life and wake up, say, thank God for letting me wake up today. Today's going to be a better day. But today's my day, baby. Let's go.
Liseth Luthivina Molina. Jaden Claire Myra.
Thank you to my family and my amazing teachers.
I want to thank my family for being here, my boyfriend for showing your support. I love you guys.
Hallie Reese Nessett. Latea Diamond Ness.
So this is really unprepared, but I'd like to thank all of the staff that were in my corner for the 2 years that I was here, because I know I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys, especially you, Amy. And I'd like to thank my mom and the rest of my family, because I literally wouldn't be here, like, in general, without them. So I love you guys.
Cage Hunter Nideen. McKenna Rose Rasmussen.
All right. Big thank you to the staff down in, here, obviously. Staff down in Prairie Lakes, Minnesota. Wonderful people. Helped me reconnect with my mom over there. Big thank you to her, even bigger. Helped me push through the school year, get everything done, handled. Big thank you to everyone for showing up, too.
Bailey Joe Roll. Aries Semenko.
So there's so many cool things I could say about Dakota, but most importantly, I think the coolest thing we have here is the staff. And I just want to thank all of the staff here for being more like a family than teachers to all of us. And even on the days when I felt like I didn't have a friend to talk to here, I knew I could always walk into Tyrese's office, grab some free perfume. I could always walk into Marilee's and get some free food and be greeted with the most friendly smile. Or I could step into Loretta's room even when I'm not even her class anymore, and I could just chat with her. But I also want to thank my parents, definitely the biggest support, all my brothers. My Auntie Terry flew all the way here from Virginia. Thank you for being here tonight. Just like, when I came to Dakota, I didn't know it was the place I wanted to be, but maybe it wasn't where I wanted to be, but it was where I needed to be. It was a blessing in disguise. I'm so grateful for everything. So thank you guys.
Delvin Teddy Sluar. Lily Ann Smith.
I want to thank my mom and my family and Sandra over there. Thanks.
Caitlin Ann Stakowski. Ava Francis Volk.
I want to thank my mom and my dad, and then I want to thank, in specific, Marilee for being there with me through everything that has happened. And I love you, Marilee. You are the best.
Gabriel Michael Donald Wenland.
I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for literally dealing with me through high school. It was rough, and especially Amy. She listened to me and talked me through everything. So thank you guys, I love you all.
Hold on. Cullen Michael Wylot.
I want to give a big thank you to all my family, all of the staff. You guys are amazing. We did it.
All right, so while the last couple photographs are done here, I'd like to thank the team for writing a grant each year so that we're able to have professional photographers. Students get a nice print of the 2024 graduation pose. Another shout out, when we are done here, you guys will end up following the graduates out. Down in our cafeteria, Red River Youth for Christ has an amazing reception spread for us. And they are also here each Wednesday of the school year bringing a meal in for students just to love on kids. So thank you to Red River Youth for Christ for a very large reception in the cafeteria when we're done. Feel any words or no? Okay. All right. Well, it is a tremendous pleasure. We all got tassels on the right side. I'm going to ask this fine group of, you guys did great on the speeches, by the way. We did have a little bit of celebrating that 20 plus years of open mic at the alternative high school graduation ceremony. Let's keep the tradition going. And very impressed with you guys' speeches tonight. Very well done. All right, so I'm going to ask the graduating class to stand up, maybe look out there and find the people that are here for you tonight. And we are going to ceremonially take that tassel on the right side and swing it over to the left side. just one final shout out. Thank you everybody for coming. See you in the cafeteria.